Hello everyone. Let us continue chapter 3 current electricity. So today I am going to explain series and parallel combination of resistors. In the previous class we studied what is electrical energy and power and what are the expressions for electric energy as well as power laws that we have studied in the previous class. Today we are going to study about series and parallel combination of resistors. So what is resistor? Resistor is an electrical component. What is the work of resistor? This resistor opposes the flow of charges. That means this resistor is maintaining the electric current in a circuit, or it maintains the flow of charges. When these resistors are connected in series or in parallel combination, what is the expression for it that we can study in the today's class? Before going to study about the series and parallel combination of resistor, so first I am going to draw the resistor. This is the resistor. It is just like a speed breaker. So you can observe on the tar roads there are many road breakers or speed breakers to decrease the speed of the vehicle. Likewise, this is a resistor, and let us consider we have a particular resistor and it has a certain value like R. Now the question is, can we combine more than one resistor to get a desired value, to get a desired result? Yes, the answer is right. We can combine more than one resistor to get the desired value. We can combine more than one resistor in two manners. What are those two manners? We can combine the resistors to get the desired value in series combination, or we can use parallel combination. More than one resistor is connected to get the desired result. Either we can connect in series or we can connect in parallel. Then what is a series combination? Here you can observe I am going to consider the resistor, more than one resistor. I am going to consider two resistors, point A and this is point B. Between the endpoints A and B, two resistors are connected, R1 and R2. Suppose if you want to reach point B, the charge should pass through both the resistors R1 and R2. Here, this is end-to-end connection. If the two resistors or if the resistors are connected end to end, then we can call it as series combination. Similarly, the second one is parallel combination. Parallel combination, here again I am going to consider two resistors, and these two resistors are connected at a common point. We can consider that is A and end point is B. So these are the resistors R1 and R2. They are not connected end to end, but they are connected at the common point A and B. Here, resistors are said to be connected in parallel when they are connected between two common points. Two common points are A and B. This is parallel combination. So what is a series combination? The resistors are said to be connected in series if they are connected end to end. And similarly, what is parallel combination? The resistors are said to be connected in parallel when they are connected between two common points like A and B. Right? Now, here in the first combination, in series combination, if you want to meet the point B, if you want to reach the point B, then charge has to travel through R1 as well as through R2. But in parallel combination, if you want to reach the point B, either you can go through R1 or you can go through R2. You are having two paths to reach the point B. Either you can go through R1 or R2. So this is parallel combination. But in series combination, the charge should pass through both the values, both R1 and R2 reach the point B. So this is what series and parallel combination. Here I am going to consider two resistors. You can observe here. Now see here, if I am going to connect two resistors like this. This is R1. Let us consider one more resistor here. This is R2. R1 and R2, they are connected like this. If I ask you whether they are connected in series or parallel, then what is the answer? There is no answer for that. Suppose if I am going to give you a charge at this point. Here is the charge. So now if I consider charge here, then it passes through R1, then it is passing through R2. Now we can say that these resistors are connected in series. Is it clear? Suppose if I am going to consider point A, here point B. My question is how R1 and R2 are connected. So your answer is the charge Q goes from A to B through the first path, means through R1. The charge is passing through R1 to reach the point B. It is done. Similarly, the same charge, it can pass through the second path through the R2 resistor. It is also done. Either it can move through R1 or it can move through R2. There are two paths here. Now we can say that these two resistors are connected in parallel. Now similarly, if I am going to consider the two endpoints here, A and here it is B. Now tell me how the resistors are connected. Now we can say that to reach the point B from point A, the charge should pass through R1, then it should pass through R2, so that we can say resistors are connected in series. So here, whether they are connected in series or parallel, it is completely depending upon the location of the endpoints A and B. This is very important. Either they are connected in series or in parallel. It is completely depending on the location of the endpoints A and B. Right? So now we can derive series and parallel combination of resistors. Derive an expression for equivalent resistance of two resistors connected in series. So in your board examination, this derivation carries 3 marks. What is the question? Derive an expression for equivalent resistance of two resistors connected in series. How to define resistors are connected in series? Two or more resistors are said to be connected in series if they are connected end to end. You can see the circuit diagram. This is a battery. Here, through this battery or through this electrical energy, electric field is produced inside the conductor so that current starts to move. The current I is flowing throughout the circuit. Here, the two resistors R1 and R2 are connected end to end. So, we can call it as series combination of resistors. Right? Now, you can observe the first point. The same current flows through each of them. Here, the current I is flowing throughout the circuit. The same amount of current I is flowing through the first resistor R1 as well as R2. So we can say that in the series combination, we have common current. Common current I. That means current is the same throughout the circuit. Through R1 and through R2, current is the same. Let us take it as I. Now come to the second point. The potential difference across the combination is equal to sum of the potential differences across each resistor. That means here with the help of this source we have the potential V. So this potential energy, this potential difference, it is divided for each resistor equally. Here for the first resistor the energy distribution is V1. Potential is divided for R1 and R2. For R1 resistor, the potential difference is V1 and for R2 resistor, potential difference is V2. The current is common throughout the resistor, throughout the circuit, but potential difference is divided for R1 and R2 as V1 and V2. What is V1? V1 is potential difference across the resistor R1 and V2 is potential difference across the resistor R2. Now, the potential difference across the combination is equal to sum of the potential differences across each resistor. That means we can say that the potential difference is V. It is equally divided for both the resistor. So we can write the sum of potential differences. That means V1 plus V2, that gives potential difference V across the circuit. So before going to derive an expression for resistors connected in series, so we should remember these 2 points. This is very important. What is the first point? Current through each resistor is the same. We have common current through the resistor. And the second point is the potential difference across each resistor is divided equally. Now let us derive an expression for resistors connected in series. Now here we considered two resistors R1 and R2. They are connected in series. Since it is a series combination, here the current in combination is equal to current in each resistor. That means we have common current I throughout the circuit. The potential difference V across the combination is V equal to V1 plus V2. We know that potential difference across the combination is equal to sum of potential difference across each resistor. So we can write V equal to V1 plus V2. Let us take it as equation number 1. If the equivalent resistance of the combination Rs, here I am going to consider the resistance Rs instead of taking R1 and R2. These two resistors now they are connected in series. Now I am going to consider if the equivalent resistance of the combination Rs means what here? Equivalent resistance in series combination. Here we can replace all the resistance by a single resistor which is here written as Rs. So here when electric current I is passing through the resistors R1 and R2, here we have the common current I through the resistor R1 as well as R2. Likewise, instead of taking two resistors, I am going to consider equivalent resistance Rs. Through this resistor, again the current I is passing through resistor Rs. Now, if the combination had an equivalent resistance Rs, now by Ohm's law we can write if the combination had an equivalent resistance Rs, that means instead of using two resistors, we can use only a single resistor which is equivalent to R1 and R2. Equivalent resistance I am going to consider Rs. Now we can use Ohm's law. By using Ohm's law, I can write here, we have the equation V equal to IR. But now I am going to write V equal to IRS. Because we considered equivalent resistance Rs, let us take it as equation number 2. Similarly, now we can write potential difference across resistor R1 and potential difference across the resistor R2. Here I am going to write similarly, that means just like a equivalent resistor, now we can write potential difference across resistor R1. At resistor R1, potential difference is denoted by V1. V1 equal to common current is I and resistor is R1. Let us take it as equation 3. This is potential difference across resistor R1. Similarly, now we can write potential difference across R2. Potential difference across the resistor R2. How to write potential difference here? So, potential difference across resistor R2 is denoted by V2. Current is I and resistor is R2. V2 equal to I R2. Let us take it as equation number 4. Now you can observe equation 1. What is equation 1 here? V equal to V1 plus V2. In place of V, we can write equation 2, that is IRS. In place of V1 and V2, we can substitute equation 3 and 4. Equation 2, 3 and 4. Substitute equation 2, 3 and 4 in equation number 1. So equation 1 can be written as, so what is the value of V here? V equal to IRS. That means I can write IRS is equal to, in place of V1 we can write IR1 plus in place of V2 we can write IR2. Now here this equation can be written as IRS, keep as it is here. Current I is common, take outside, remaining is R1 plus R2. So here I will get cancelled. So remaining is RS equal to R1 plus R2. So equivalent resistor RS is equal to sum of two resistors R1 and R2. So this is an expression for equivalent resistance of two resistors connected in series. Is it clear? In general, for n number of resistors, how you can write the equation? So what is the final equation? For two resistors, we can write RS equal to R1 plus R2. But in general, if there are three resistors, how to write the equation? If three resistors are connected in series, then we can write RS equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. This is for three resistors. So in general, now we can write for n number of resistors when they are connected in series. So now we can write in general, for n number of resistors which are connected in series. How to write the equation for n number of resistors? So now we can write here RS equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus R4 so on up to nth resistor. Let us take it as Rn. So this is for n number of resistors connected in series. So what it indicates? When a number of resistors are connected in series, the equivalent resistance of the combination, that means RS, is equal to the sum of individual resistances in series. What is the conclusion? I can write here, when number of resistors are connected in series, then the equivalent resistance of the combination is equal to sum of the individual resistances in series. Right? Now you can observe some important points here. Current through each resistor is same in series combination. Second point, total potential drop is equal to sum of the potential drops across the individual resistances. That means V equal to V1 plus V2. The third point, individual potential drops, that means V1 and V2, they are directly proportional to individual resistances. That means the value of V1 and V2 is completely depending on the individual resistances R1 and R2. Then come to the fourth point. In series combination, equivalent resistance RS is equal to sum of individual resistances. That means RS is equal to R1 plus R2. For two resistors, if there are n number of resistors, we can write up to Rn. Then fifth point, equivalent resistance, that means RS is larger than the largest individual resistance. That means, I will give you one example. Suppose R1 is having value 2 ohm and R2 is having value 4 ohm. What is the value of R1? R1 equal to 2 ohm and R2 is equal to 4 ohm. And what is the expression for series combination? Rs equal to R1 plus R2. Substitute the value here, 2 plus 4, that gives 6 ohm. So Rs means what here? Equivalent resistance. What is the value of equivalent resistance? 6 ohm. And this value is always larger than largest individual resistance. So here in R1 and R2, which is having greater value? R2 is greater. But compared to equivalent resistance, what is the value of equivalent resistance? 6 ohm. That means equivalent resistance is always greater than the largest individual resistance. So this is all about equivalent resistance of two resistors connected in series.